Yo, hello and welcome to my Webspace for Friends video. I'm showing you what you can do with your Webspace if you get Webspace from me. And yeah, what else the Webspace has to offer. First of all, as you can see, the backups about the backups are made every day at around 12 o'clock. One moment. Every day around 12 o'clock, and weekly there are full backups made, and every day there are incremental backups made. So, and backups are kept for 3 weeks of your web space. The backups contain domain configuration, mail configuration and content, and user files and databases. Um, yeah. Okay, so first of all, what can you do with your web space? If you have web space from me, you get into a panel like this one. Wait, it's loading. Wait, I want to check something. One moment. Okay. Um, well, first of all, need to get rid of this. This is not for you. This is nothing you will see. You will only see this one with your web space. For example, my domain point .de. And yeah, first you will have a domain like set up like this one. You can install web applications on this web space. There's also an application installed, which is WordPress, Freaky's website. I'll open it in another window. This is something you can do with the web space. You have free themes, etc. So there's no problem. There are also paid ones, and yeah, so you don't have to pay much for a good theme. Most themes which are many themes that are free are also good and can be customized a lot. So yeah, what you can do with with a web space, for example, change web hosting access settings, username, passwords, access over SSH. Um, yeah. Then one moment back. After you can manage FTP access to your web space, add an FTP account to a special folder where you can, for example, host a website for your friends or whatever, or give your admin friend access to a folder, so he can, for example, deploy his PHP script or which you can't code if you can't code PHP, and yeah. Um, then, for example, if you have I create a new subdomain, but you can also do this with a web space for friends, WFF, web for friends or something like that. It's yeah, preferred domain freakyonline.de, subdomain name. Okay, that's what I want. Now it's generated. It's set up in the system. This is also how you can create a subdomain of your web space in your web space. One moment, it takes a while. Okay, so now you have Webspace for Web for Friends. This new web space, you can now change hosting setting, open, preview, disable, description. You probably don't have the disable or suspend things. You can custom website. For a custom website, you can upload content to your site and create databases. Creating databases is really easy. For example, here I already have some. You can add a database and yeah, it's just named like for example webs. Yeah, I don't wanna create one now, but you can set the name, create a username, set a password. User is activated with only local connections, and then yeah. Only local connections can be made to the database. Um, yeah, that's about databases. Now back to the Webspace. It takes a bit longer for the site to load because it has a lot to do, I think. Usually the server is fast. The server is, one moment, has as CPU Intel Xeon E3 11245 quad-core 1245. Quad-core inclusive hyper-threading technology, 16 GB DDR3 ECC RAM, two HDDs with each 3 terabytes, but in a software RAID 1, so it's mirroring. So if one HDD breaks, the other one is used, the system boots into the other one. Then the network has 100 megabit connections and the backup space is 500 gigabytes. So now we're coming to the next thing. You can set Apache settings, that's the web server. You can set PHP settings. For example, you can set the memory limit if your scripts don't have enough memory. You can do a lot of things. Upload max file size, post max file size 120 M, upload max file size. Let's set this to 16 MB. Yeah. Okay, that's for the PHP settings. Applications. Now you can install applications. That's what I want to show you with this subdomain. You can do this on your primary domain too. Not a subdomain, but the primary domain. But yeah, applications. Install and manage web apps on your web space. For example, you can install WordPress. For that version, one moment, it's loading. I don't know what that is. Version, it's new. What's the newest version on their website? 4.31, so probably one install 4.31. But yeah, I wanna make the custom install, so I select custom, accept the license agreement. That's what you can do with your Webspace. You HTTP webspace for friends.freeonline.de / automate update this app when updates are available. That's already implemented in WordPress, so I don't need to check this. As well, use something not connected to any particular user, grant access to existing user. Use administrative credentials. Webspace for friends. Webspace for friends. Administrative password. Show. Generate. Grant administrative access to existing user. Alpha tracks ideology. Site name. Test for friends. Interface language English. It automatically has these settings already put on there. Database name WordPress 1. Database username WordPress 2. Install. Now the web application is installed on your web space. It takes a short time. Of course, you can also upload your own files, but you can also install from the web catalog if you want. So yeah, now it's installed. WordPress was successfully installed at web for friends freaky online.de. Web for friends.freakyonline.de. For example, this can be reached, for example, on your domain name, yourdomain.de, for example. Now login. That was web for friends, and the password I generated. Login. Now you can customize your site. You can post something new. Add new. This is a post for my friends. Yo, what's up? Currently doing making a video. Publish, and then view post. This is support from friends. Yo, what's up? So, for example, you can click customize 2015. That's a theme. You can site identify colors and so on. You can change a lot. So what I wanted to do is go back to site admin, click appearance, themes, add new, and then you can, for example, search themes or check what's popular. Already installed 2015, Virtue. Let's find a nice theme for the beginning, responsive. Just because it's called responsive doesn't mean it's the only theme that is responsive. If you want to have a website which is also viewable on mobile devices like mobile phones. For example, my theme is the box, but I got the plus one. I paid for it a few dollars. The box install. You can of course also preview it. It takes a short time. Let's drink something while it's installing. Okay, it's still installing. I hope the PHP script doesn't run out of time, because then I'll get an internal server error. Okay, it's also updated the translations for WordPress. Now you can activate the theme. And if you now switch back to the website, you can see this is the website. This is a post for my friends. Yo, what's up? Currently making a read more video. On this pages, you can also embed YouTube videos or other media. You can, for example, new post, and the title here, just a test picture. Add media, upload files, select files, upload this, for example. It's uploaded, now insert in the post. You can also create galleries if you have several pictures. For example, wait, I remove this one. Now add media, upload files, select files. This logo. Now I uploaded everything. Let's select all. No, wait, where is it? Create gallery. Now all are selected. Create new gallery. You can wait, cancel. You can create gallery. Create a new gallery. Attachment files. Okay. There is a plugin that's called Chatpack, which for the WordPress, which gives a lot of additional feature for the gallery, like mosaic or something. Wait, I'll show you. Site admin. Post. Add new. Add media. Create gallery. And then create new gallery, and then you can type as a thumbnail grid, square tiles, circles, Tiled columns, slideshow, etc. to get different kinds of galleries for your pictures. Now back to this one, the default gallery, just inserted, publish, view post, and now you can see there are the pictures. Resize, if you click on one, you can see it bigger. And if you click again, you can scroll, you can switch between the different pictures. I don't know, there should be a way, build URL, yeah. So people can also, you can also select that what happens when you, click on a picture, like go to the media file page, or just to the directly to the media file, etc. That's all possible. Yeah, and that's what you can do with WordPress, for example. So, yeah. Now you can also do additional things with your web space, like add email addresses. One moment, I'll show you that too. One moment first. You can create SSL certificates for secure connections to your site. You can see web statistics, mail settings, password protected directories, web application firewall. You can set everything up what's needed to administrate your web space. For example, if I click on mail settings, you can select what happens if um, a mail arrives for a non-existent user. You can bounce the message forward to your address or reject. Then you can enable mailing lists, and you can select your webmail software. There is an option for Horde, which is I don't know, it has many features, but it isn't, so it doesn't look good. And Roundcube, which is newer, looks good, but doesn't have so many features. For example, webmail or freakyonline.de. I log in with this one. So you can write, of course it's also in English, you can at the settings select which language you want to have it, and so on. So you also have a webmail, and you can of course also use your email client. So yeah, then what else can you do than mail? I'll have a look. Databases, which we already discussed, files, for example. You can see the see the files over the interface. For example, on the where is it? Web for Friends, Freaky Online. Here, the files, you can download them, remove, extract files, add to archive, copy, move, make a new file, and so on. Then you can do file sharing. You can upload a file, but I suggest that if you want to have something like this, then you just get cloud space from me, which is also on my website described. Yeah, and then you can see statistics, for example, disk space, how much is used, how much traffic is used, and so on. Users and your own account. Yeah, hosting options. PHP support, Perl support is off, Python support is off, FastSQL support required for Ruby on Rails. This is on. Always use scripts. Yeah. And by the way, there are many applications you can choose from if you manage my all available applications. One moment. web, infrastructure, back office, collaboration, front office. You have a lot of, for example, if I type forum, a source community, open source community building solution. Yeah, better is PHP-BB. One moment, let me check if that is also in the list. Yeah, you can install PHP-BB, which is a really good forum. For example, I show you on the GV2, GW2 to-go website, Togo website. Yeah, this is the forum. It looks really good, and it has many. It also has many themes. So you can also do this. For example, if you want to make a community website or another something else, which is for many people, not just for your private use. Yeah. And then SSH shell access, for example, you can access your pages via SSH. So you don't have to so you don't have to download the configuration, change it and upload it again. You can instead just connect via SSH and edit it via a Linux command line editor, or I don't know. One moment. File manager. Let's see if you can just click it. Yeah, you can also just edit it like this. Edit in code editor, edit text editor. I've installed code editor, so you can see syntax highlighting. Yeah, it's just if you need to change anything, it's really easy. So yeah. What else? Currently just showing what you can do with the space. For example, web application firewall detects several hack attempts, and it's even connected to fail to ban in some way. So if you make wrong logins, that the server will ignore you for 60 minutes or something in the future. Yeah. You don't need DNS settings because all the DNS settings are managed by me. That's because you would have to pay for it anyway. That's 50 cents per year. And I don't have a secondary name server, and you need a secondary name server for a domain. So, and the secondary domain names at the main name server also needs some also costs 50 cents. So however I do it, it costs 50 cents. So I just let everything be managed by the hoster I rent my server at. Yeah. And then you also have web users. The view list of users having personal web pages on your websites and manage their accounts. Web users can limit user accounts that cannot log into Plesk. They can only access their under one of your sites and host their sites. Their web users sites can have addresses like www.example.com and then the signed username. Yeah, so that was it about the Webspace. I hope I could get someone to be interested in it. If you have questions, you can ask me. Yeah. Bye.